What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Sunday, another Vampy Book Club. You know I can't do this without my boy Dollar Dell. Here he comes. We're crushing in.
Boom. What up?
Not much, man. Not much. And actually, today we're doing a major issue for Vampy today. Actually, it's somebody's first appearance today.
Exactly. Somebody's first appearance today.
I'm not gonna
So,
spoil it until we get into it, but it's a if you're what is it? If you're a key collector type person for Vampy, you would have to collect this issue.
yeah, definitely. It's in there. It's what would you say? It's one a minor key in the in the run, or
Yeah, it's a minor key because it's a first appearance of one of her major villains.
all right?
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying anything
Yeah.
else.
So it's a minor key in one of as far as who first appearances
Yeah,
in her in this title,
yeah,
but still,
and if you're looking for her villains wise, and if you're looking like to collect for her movie type deal type stuff, this would be a major issue to actually pick up because whoever they announce as the villain, guess what?
yeah,
Those books of first appearance, any of her villains, any of her like partners, anything like those books are gonna be major keys
yeah,
when this
it's a
move.
spike in value, right?
Yeah. So we're getting into issue 15, another San Julian cover or Manuel San Julian his full name or whatever, but
Yeah.
Saint Julian. And then like I always do, I did my research this week for like I do, jump on Heritage, curious to see if any of this stuff ended up, any of the art ended up on Heritage. Come to find out, the cover did end up on Heritage in 2019.
Mhm.
And surprisingly, it went for a low price of $3,000. Yeah,
It's pretty low.
that's a super low. I'm I'm I'll give it a pretty good guess is because there was no Vampy on the cover or no Vampy on the painting, so that's why it went for not as much. I mean, if it was Vampy sitting in that throne, that thing would be a lot more expensive. I think a
Mm.
lot more. Somebody would have paid a lot more for it.
Yeah.
And then another piece I found, but before we get into it, I got to show them. I got to show everybody what the actual piece is. So one of this piece, the interior piece, actually popped up on Heritage, and it sold in 2024. That's ridiculous. A freaking interior page.
Yeah. So interior page of the cover. It popped up. Yeah.
Yeah, interior page of that cover. But the funniest thing, it showed a day before my birthday on 2024.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's interesting how it's like that.
Yeah, but I honestly think it's because of the artist or whoever's on the artwork. I bet that's a big reason. I think that's what I think.
Mm.
But St. Julian's a big name too, so I'm surprised his didn't go. But his sold in 2019. So if it did pop back on the market now, I think it will go for a lot more than this. I think,
Right.
or at least up there, in the middle, like right in between it, or like a little above it. So far, that's all I found. But I know some of Jose's interior pages ended up on Heritage. I just couldn't find them.
Right.
Like, but like I know some of these pages because I recognize some of these pages. Well, I'll show you guys the pages real quick. But the main reason, actually, no, I can't actually show you guys the pages because it gives away the person.
Well,
The
the person was like the last
Yeah,
page of the story.
but yeah, the way the panels were sold, it it's sold
Oh,
all.
it's titled. Okay, got it. Got it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So it's titled and it's sold. But so either I'm just kidding. We're doing 16 next week, but the
Right.
annual, yeah. we're doing 16 next week, but like another Jose Gonzalez and another Archie Goodwin goodness.
Yeah.
Like I said, nobody can do Jose. Nobody can do Vampy like Jose. Pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. The artwork is still cool. It's very consistent on this one too. So
Yeah, yeah.
if I remember, he did the last story too, right?
He did the last story. Yeah, he did the last story in the previous one before that one,
Right.
and he's gonna do I think like up to issue 20 something, and then he's gonna leave for a little bit. But I think we get another like one of his friends or one of Jose's friends in it, where it doesn't change artwork too bad, where you
Right.
can't tell, but. So issue 15 issue 15, we get into Vampirella's little side trip. Looks like to Brazil almost or something like that.
Yeah, it was like some weird like another island in the Caribbean. You
Yeah,
know,
it felt like
and
another Caribbean island again.
yeah, it's like so they're stuck in the Caribbean,
Yeah, yeah.
which
But yeah, it's kind of funny that now it's Pendragon, her, and and it's a
and Adam
and,
Van Helsing.
and it's a Van Helsing on top of that. So them three are sneaking around the Caribbean island or Brazil or wherever it is.
Yeah, it's a Caribbean. If you read the title page, it's like it's just like Caribbean and some like
Yeah.
weird name. You know, it's like a fictional. It's a
Yeah.
fictional name.
Fictional Caribbean island. But
Yeah,
they're sneaking around, and now they're supposed to meet up with somebody, something like that, and I mean honestly Goodwin's good doing great, man, with the story. So it's gonna be Goodwin for a little bit at least.
Mm.
So I'm impressed with Goodwin's storytelling. So far
yeah,
so good.
yeah. Definitely. Overall, the story here so far. Once you get started into it, say you run in, they run into somebody that's looking to help them.
Right,
Like this person that here in a weird costume ends up being
right.
somebody that Adam Van Helsing went to school with.
Yeah, but I
So
couldn't tell, was he painted up or was it a costume?
it was a costume. Yeah, it was a
No,
costume here.
okay.
It
I
was
thought it
very
was
like
because if you look at the panel above there, where after Van Helsing and them were talking, and then you see the costume. I thought it was painted at first when I read it at first. When I
yeah,
first read it,
yeah. If you go to the next panel, next page,
yeah.
yeah, next page. If you look at the top on the top, that's where he takes the mask off and reveals
Oh
the
yeah. See, I forgot about that panel. I forgot about that one.
yeah. It's like hey, it's like he was a foreign exchange student. Uh, yeah, foreign exchange student. As Adam Van Helsing's father's school.
Right.
So
Well, and that's the funniest thing. We learned Adam's that dad was a teacher.
yeah, there's a professor at school
Yeah,
at
that was
university.
a funny one.
Yeah, so it turns out that it's what they said they were on this island that had a dictator that had just passed away,
Right.
but because at least this one is I guess kind of dark in a way.
Right.
Because as we progress in the story, they come across like this voodoo mistress that was
Yeah,
working.
this one right here.
Yeah,
This chick.
yeah. Like she's like some voodoo priestess trying to resurrect some voodoo master guy.
Right.
Um, but I mean, it's just again another story with a couple holes in it. And
I know. I read it too, and I'm like, dude, there's whole, but for the time, it's actually it's actually a decent story. But I'm just
yeah,
saying,
it's not a bad story. It's just
yeah.
again a couple holes in it. I'm like, why is it?
Why there's so many
It
plot
has
holes?
and the holes that it has, it's like like a small key factor.
Right.
You know, because gives a little background. It helps to give a little bit of background in the story. But I'm like, why is there? Why does it have this? I'm like, I don't
Right,
understand.
right. Right, but I think that's Archie's writing, though, man. But it's Archie's writing is making you fill in the blanks pretty much. Because I noticed when we read it, we notice plot holes, but I think he wants us to fill in the plot holes. You know what I mean? Like our our minds, because we're so used to, I think present day type reading. We have to think the mindset of back then.
It's like,
Maybe.
to me, it's like give me some origin.
Right,
It's like
right.
don't leave out something that's kind of key to the story. It's like
Right,
it's
like where the priest, how the priestess came to be, and where the priestess came from.
well that or as we go on because as we go on the story, she like okay, it's like right here. All right, so now if you go on the bottom, the
Right.
very bottom right panel,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
look who's chained up. It's Doctor Van Helsing, the Adam Van Helsing's father.
Yeah, but we don't know how he and oh yeah, you're right. I forgot
How
about that.
did
We
he
don't
get there?
yeah, we
Like
don't know how he got there.
how
So
did he get there? It's like the last story. The old man Van Helsing wasn't even involved.
right.
So so cool that she's there. She you see that she's trying to. They talk about Papa Voodoo and all
So
that.
so so yeah, so that is a fucking big, like you said, a big ass plot hole.
Yeah,
Because
it's a fairly big deal for the story. It's like, all right, how did Doctor Van Helsing get here?
well, it's
You
it's
know, how
it
did
feels
the
more like a freaking sinkhole than a plot hole, man.
yeah? It's like, all right, cool. She said, I guess like she's there. And they're trying to do their thing here. She said she has like these people here that are with her, like I guess the military,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Ministry of Defense for that little country that they're in, that just happened to be working, for her because
Right.
she's somehow connected, like she has some sort of power,
Well, she's
political power there as well.
yeah, you forget she's voodoo. She's voodoo
Yeah,
priestess. She
yeah,
she
Blue
she put the
Priestess and Blue
she
Priestess
put the
and
whammy.
yeah, I guess it was somehow connected with the dictator of the island that just died.
Right.
So yeah, and what's cool, yeah, the artwork as it progresses is cool.
Yeah. The way I put it together is she voodooed them. That's how
Yeah,
I put it
probably.
together.
Probably they probably
Yeah.
have it. She cast a spell on him.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you see on the chair, there's like some rotting corpse that's just sitting there.
Yeah. That and I think that's the dictator, like you said.
Yeah. Then so they're going. She's going back and forth with her people there.
Right.
They
But you notice she has a hold of another freaking book, another one of those books.
well, here's the thing. It's like I thought there was just one book of the Crimson of Chronicles. I thought it was just
Right.
one that was
Right.
bouncing
And
around.
or unless some like you said, another plot hole. Unless
That's the
how
point. That's the point I was about to make. It's like, okay, here's another plot hole.
yeah,
I understood it was just one book in
right,
Vampirella had it at one point, and now
right.
how did this
Yeah.
priestess
How
get a hold of it?
how yeah, because I was thinking the same thing when I read it. I'm like, but after you talked about the Van Helsing one, I was talking about this one. I wasn't talking about I forgot. I didn't notice the Van Helsing one, but I noticed the book on this one. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. The other story said there's only one freaking book of
Yeah,
this.
it's like I thought it was just
So
one
yeah,
deal. No, but no, it's there. There's another plot hole. I'm like, okay,
right, right.
where's somebody?
So somehow, whereas I'm assuming that somehow Van Helsing's, Adam's dad somehow got a hold of it, and now she has a hold of it. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
the only thing I can put together if from it.
yeah,
Because look, because he's up here, so I'm assuming that he had it in his possession somehow, and then she found him, through the book maybe. So it's like maybe you know, maybe Adam took it from Vampirella or something. We don't know where how she. It doesn't tell us how she ends up with the book or how he ended up with the book. Nothing.
yeah, exactly.
So that's it. That's two sinkholes. I don't call them plot holes. They're sinkholes because it's like, huh? It's like, what the hell happened?
So So it's like, all right, it seems like it's progressing somewhere. They're holding Dr. Van Helsing hostage, and
Yeah.
wanted to get some information out of him and all that stuff. With and and try to get him to, I guess, I don't know. I guess to give up his son, and or to do something, or try to not only to save his son, but also to
Yeah.
give up Vampirella.
Yeah.
Just to make
Yeah.
mention of it. But here so right here in this panel, she's like reading something out of that book, the Crimson Chronicles, to
Right.
bring this person back to life. So they start progressing into that.
Right. And then me and you know who this person is, but everybody in the in the chat and in the in our little thing doesn't know yet.
Yeah,
But we're not giving it away.
exactly.
Yeah, we're not giving it away yet. But you guys can probably eventually put it together. The more me and Del talk about it and go on about it. But but I like how Jose did these panels. I like how my favorite thing about Jose's stuff is like his close up stuff, like how of faces and stuff.
Yeah. It's like that I do like, because it's just it has a cool detail on the close-ups whenever he's
Right,
doing the
right,
close-up panels. Cool
right,
detail. Uh, I do like when he has the distant shots with the backgrounds, like
right.
the top panel there. I do like a little bit of the background on that too, so it's
Yep.
it's pretty cool. Also,
But
uh,
one good thing about the Jose and them doing stuff, you can tell, you can tell if they're different races too.
yeah,
Just you know what I mean. The
yeah,
biggest thing,
with the shading and the
yeah,
grayscale and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that, and the drawing of the face. Okay, you can tell
yeah.
there's different ethnicities and races and stuff
That's
like
one thing I appreciate about Jose is, not you know what I mean. Not only that, but Billy Graham did the same thing. So I
that. Yeah,
appreciate that their styles where you can actually get it's in black and white. It's hard. It's gonna be hard for you to tell different races. I mean, unless like you said, unless you use grayscale or shading so it's going to be hard for you to tell, unless they mention it on in the book, unless they mention it,
exactly, exactly. So, which is good. That's why I could appreciate something like that too.
yeah,
On that. Yeah, here they are sitting in like a restaurant with the bar. This one I find kind of funny. That Vampirella is with Adam Van Helsing and this
yeah, and
and this,
Adam's friend
and this new friend, and of course you got You go to
sneaking
Pendragon
behind the bar and grabbing
behind the bar.
grabbing that.
He's sitting there going looking. He's trying to call for somebody, like the person, the bartender, and bartender can't be found. So what does Pendragon do? He goes to help himself with a bottle of liquor. So
So he's an alcoholic. If he
yeah,
can't, if
exactly.
he
It's that
can't
one.
wait,
That's
if he
yeah,
can't wait, he has to go behind the bar himself.
yeah, exactly. Because that's why he's a goofy the funny sidekick now, because I
Yeah.
think a few issues back when they mentioned that his first appearance, he was the alcoholic, the drunk magician. It's a being
I
Vampirella's ally.
My thing is, I would be scared shitless with a drunk magician. Imagine a drunk freaking Pendragon trying, the magician box with the knives.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like it's kind of like a lot of like a lot of comics, even cartoons,
Right, right,
that whenever it's a group of people, like whether it's like three or more people, it seems like they always tend, you know that are trying to be heroes. There's always that
right,
one goofy
right.
character.
The one goofy sidekick.
Yeah, the one goofy sidekick character.
Yeah,
Uh, like I think of the movie of the old cartoon Scooby Doo.
right.
Scooby Doo was like, all right, it was
Shaggy.
Shaggy. Shaggy was a goofy one, the goofy sidekick,
Right,
of the group. While the other ones were pretty serious, trying to figure stuff out, and then he's kind of like he's a goofy guy. I'm like, or like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
right,
Michelangelo was a goofy one of the group.
right, right.
the happy-go-lucky, playful guy. This is what Pendragon is. He's like, yeah, he's a magician and
Right.
everything, but he's drunk half the time, so he's a goofy guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the goofy drunk magician.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but the side character partner with her.
Yeah,
So it's funny. It's just to see Van Helsing and and all this stuff, and then the pretty much almost like the Secret Service or something like that of the island,
yeah.
because
They pop up on the bottom there too,
yeah,
which I find kind of interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
as soon as Vampirella changes her form into a bat and takes off,
right.
yeah, then they're shooting at him,
See,
and
this is my thing was they end up shooting Adam and Adam's friend, and then you see Pendragon hide behind the freaking bar. But the way they're shooting, you would think it would go through the bar.
yeah,
So you would think Pendragon be like, oh crap, all this alcohol's going to waste. You
yeah,
would think.
exactly. Yeah, so they sit there and now you see what the Adam Van Helsing, they unchain him and all that stuff.
Right.
But
They
yeah, so
they unchain Dad pretty much. They
yeah,
go they go to see Dad and stuff like that, and it's like, huh. And then see,
yeah,
my biggest thing was that he got shot. Adam got shot over here, didn't he?
right, yes.
It, but another freaking does it mention how he's still alive? How these two are still alive?
Well, next panel. So this one right here, you kind of look at you kind of bring in you kind of like almost like bring him into the room with his son, like Dr. Van
Right,
Helsing, you bring it to the room with the son.
right.
Yeah, so they use his son as a bargaining chip to get him to agree to do stuff. I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah,
agreeing to move forward.
right,
And so he agrees. Uh, so if you go to the next page,
right.
that's where it'll.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot. I
so
forgot.
the one following this one. It's like so.
Yeah,
This one it shows because on this page it's like Dr. Van Helsing was like, hey, what about my former student? And on the previous page it talks about, but the voodoo mistress was like, well, that was a part of the negotiation. That was a part of the negotiation.
right. But and then,
But
but
not
my favorite part of this panel here is how Jose drew the bat flying in the window.
yeah,
Just-
yeah, yeah. So flame
That's
in the
like
window.
yeah,
It's
that was neat.
trying. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's very cool. Flame in the looks like at this point they're in the hospital now,
Right.
where
Yeah, and then see this panel is good. This is the cool panel here. Is
yeah,
how Jose did the like this one I can see like on a trading card almost this middle panel.
all right,
How she is like looking.
yeah, you do that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Like either on a trading card or even on a t-shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But and then we get his the Adam's friend the student again.
Yeah, like, they thought he was dead, but he's gravely hurt, but he managed his way back up.
Right. Dude, yeah. For
He
for
managed to
for
get
for how many times Adam and him got shot? I'm surprised he moved that well.
yeah, exactly.
Because
So yeah, they bring him back up, and
right,
right here she's trying to the this voodoo priestess is trying to bring this guy back to life, but the student is trying to interrupt the whole thing, which is cool.
right.
You know,
But the fun like how Jose did the priestess is cool, man. How Jose like everything Jose's been doing so far has been interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, and then this was cool to find out. Because she drinks the serum and then freaking
this is another hole that I
yeah.
found. Okay, so the last station The last
That's
issue. So
because last issue wasn't as many plot holes. This one seemed to be. I
yeah,
seem to find more, like you said. I seem to find more plot holes in this one.
so the last issue it showed like she drank the last bit of her serum,
Right.
and then
How the hell did she come up with more serum? That's
yeah,
my
it's like, well,
thing.
I thought the last issue she drank it all, but then
Right.
this one she had managed to get more serum. It's
Right.
like, wait, how did that happen?
I'm
Did she? Who made her more serum? Did somebody make her more serum? How
right.
did she get more serum?
Well, the last guy was a chemist, wasn't it? The last
Yeah,
issue. So so maybe the chemist is still alive,
no,
and maybe
no. And I was like, what? I was like, how did she get more serum? I was like, okay, it's like, I was like, I don't get it.
yeah.
Why?
But that's the only issues I see with these issues right now is I'm glad me and you are going back through them because I remember reading them when I first got them and I forgot all about all these plot holes and now I'm reading them. I'm like, holy crap! I go, dude, there's a lot of fucking plot holes in these
Yeah,
things.
I was like, how did she get this more serum? And it's like, and
But that's kind
when
of
she,
cool. Yeah, I mean that's kind of neat that
yeah,
we're going back through these things and we're finding plot because I forgot about these plot holes until you mentioned them and I'm like, dude, I forgot about these plot
yeah.
holes.
Which I'll know what I found interesting here is well this part the other part of this page altogether was
Right,
so this medical doctor nurse that's in the room with them
right,
connects some tubes to Vampirella to Anna Van Helsing because he lost a lot of blood and he needed a match. Turns out with Vampirella's alien blood I guess is very human like and it happens to be
ah,
the same blood type as Anna Van Helsing because there was
okay.
a couple.
So I was a little confused at it at first. I'm like, why is he connecting Vampirella to it? But what I was thinking was maybe her blood can change, blood types. Like that's what I
Yeah,
thought
well,
at first.
I guess her with her being an alien, but I guess it's like even though she's from a different planet, I guess she's still considered like human like in a way,
Right.
where her blood is still human like, and she was able to it was like almost like a weird person to person blood transfusion,
Right.
and just to kind of help bring him back.
Right.
Uh,
But this was these three panels here is the funniest ones. It's like she's looking right, and then it's like what is it? It's like Sleeping Beauty almost. Like
yeah,
he's Sleeping Beauty and she's the prince on this one.
yeah, exactly. So it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah, kind of interesting. I like how he shaded her on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm glad we're going back through these things because yeah, like you said, you're finding the plot holes, and I forget about those plot holes, and then when you mention it, I'm like, oh yeah, I never noticed these plot holes before. It's like because I'm used to just reading it, and then I'm like, oh, just in my head, I'm like, I guess my head puts it together, like, oh, this is part of what happened, So I don't
Yeah.
think so I don't. Yeah, that's just funny, man. It's like. Yeah, and then we get the priestess working her magic right now, trying to bring. I think she's trying to bring the freaking dictator back, right?
Yeah,
Dictator.
it's like a dictator back, with the book, with the
What
book
what
that they
the
have.
what the book that we don't know how the hell she got a hold of? Where we don't even know how Vampirella got lost it in the first place.
Exactly. So I don't know how he lost the book all to begin with, and all of a sudden she has it. I'm like, wait, how
Yeah,
did
yeah. And I was wondering if somehow somehow Van Hel Adam's dad got a hold of it somehow, somewhere, some
yeah,
way, somehow.
exactly. So how did it happen? I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay, so and there's just that Dr. Van Helsing's student who's trying to fight the will to continue on
right.
to help foil the plans here. Uh,
But like I said, that's what I was surprised about the Van Helsing's student is still awake from being shot like that, and then and we see Adam laid up in the hospital.
yeah. Yeah, he's yeah. It's just the way positioning him there, and so it shows that he's just he's obviously weak, but again, there's another part. How did he get that gun? You know, it's like
Right. But like you said, there's I forgot how many plot holes was in this issue. I'm like, holy shit! And then not
yeah,
only that, but what I find funny is how is he's still up and alert when freaking Adam is in the fucking hospital laid up and Vampy's hooked up to him, giving him blood. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It's like they both got shot as many times as they both probably got shot equally as much.
by equal amount of times, and it's like, okay, how does that work? I don't get it. So, but
Yeah, but
here,
it's
here we are. Either
yeah.
way, here we are. So.
Yeah, I just thought it was fun. I thought it was funny, and like you said, another freaking plot hole. How the hell did he get a hold of the gun?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
I,
now
I
and now some more funny business.
yeah, more funny business. It looks like the the spill continues. This creature becomes alive. The zombie, pretty much a zombie.
Yeah,
With that's become alive, and it's Papa Voodoo,
yeah,
and now it comes to life. So which is like she's trying to succeed over here. Then so that, next one. So she the zombie looks like a zombie attacks everybody.
right.
Kills off everybody there. But
That's yeah.
almost
That was
almost gets
just
Dr. Van
yeah.
Helsing.
That's just funny. But this is like panel 12. What was it? Issue 12. But it's reversed. Instead of the dad being coming from the door, it's Vampy coming the door saying no.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
remember the front panel was what that front panel in 12 was Van Helsing's dad, or was Adam's dad coming through the door going, no, not Adam.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So he just drew this one in reverse this time, and it's Vampy coming through the door. No, not Dr. Van Helsing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny, but I like this dude. I'm surprised how good he did action shots.
Yeah, he did action shots very good, very nicely.
Yeah,
Even the middle panel there is like
yeah,
with Vampirella burning the zombie with
yeah.
the lamp there, so saving Dr. Van Helsing. So which is cool. Then then you go to the next page on that one. It's
Yeah.
it's like some gunshots and stuff like that, but it looks like the student kills off the two soldiers in the background.
See, this is another freaking plot hole. Why? How is he still standing? If you remember, it said he was super weak. So how
Yeah.
is he?
Well, it did. There was a few pages back that while he was hiding, it's like it kind of talk about people. People always, people's time to die or always will come to it, but the ones that tend to live a little bit longer is because they always have like this will to live.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
missed that one. I think I missed
Yeah, so
that little piece.
even though he was weak, he's pretty much like proving the point to that. It's like,
Right.
yeah, well, everybody's gonna have to face death at some point, but
Right.
it's just a matter of having a will to continue living.
Right.
And even though he was bleeding out and was hurt, he had a will to continue on.
Well, right, to save Adam's dad. So
Yeah,
that's
to sit there to help
yeah.
the Vampirella, the Van Helsings, and
Yeah, because the main reason I was telling you guys, like telling everybody and you, that I saw this on Heritage because I remember this panel here. I know these panels came up on Heritage for sure because I remember this little ambulance. It was on it.
right.
So
this one showed up on
ooh. Yeah. Now it's the next panel. Now somebody, yeah. So that was just the last page, but there's somebody on the bottom panel talking to talking to Pendragon. So anybody want to put a guess out there who it is talking to Pendragon? I was looking to if you guys can guess, but it's pretty much
it does say in one of the bubbles. So
yeah. It does give it away in one of the bubbles, but everybody knows him as the father of vampires. That's all I'm saying.
vampires, yeah. So
Yeah.
he's talking to Pendragon.
He's daddy vampires, so like people like to say. He's
Yeah.
one of the main. He's one of the main vampires. So, but yeah, I'll let people guess. But it tells you in the panel.
Yeah. So yeah. Now, which you
That
just
was a nice. This was a nice surprise. I didn't
yeah.
expect this. I forgot about it. It was his. It was it was his first. It was kind of his first appearance, pretty much. See, this would be this is a full appearance, pretty much, because this would have been like if this was a last issue, it would have been a cameo.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, which is interesting, like you said, which is interesting that they actually popped him in on this one, on this story. Surprisingly,
yeah,
you would have thought they would have popped him in next issue.
yeah, you would have thought, but yeah, because I think wasn't the cover kind of related to the character?
Yeah, the next issue when we get to the end of the stream, I'll show you guys what next week's issue is going to look like. But me and Del, when I shared it with Del even thought, I'm like, it would make sense if he was in this issue because he's it's like the Wolverine one.
Yeah, with the Hulk 180 and 181.
Yeah, it's pretty much this would be pretty much that fiasco too.
Yeah, but so at least here they show. At least the cool thing about this last page, top panel shows Adam Van Helsing being put in an ambulance.
Right.
He's pretty much like stabilized. We got put in an
ambulance. Is that his freaking friend driving?
Yes, looks like his friend is probably driving. I know.
That's another plot hole.
What amazing recovery, right?
Yeah, that's another freaking plot. If you guys want to read this, you guys can. But I'm just saying it that like Del says, man, I forgot how many plot holes was in this fucking issue until you mentioned it. I'm like, and then I get to this panel here. I'm like, wait, is it his friend driver? I'm like, dude, wasn't he freaking shot as much as Adam was? How the hell did he heal so fast?
Yeah.
But it must have been that. It must have been the voodoo lady spells when he was sitting behind the altar.
Yeah, so they do that, and they do this here, so which is cool, and then see Pendragon like, all right, okay, shows up. It's like, oh, who are you? And I was like, oh, and then Dracula is, he's like, no, I go by many names. But clearly, it's like you see the very last bubble on it. Yeah. It's like I have had many names at many times to my friends, but I consistently cling to the oldest one.
Count.
I am Count Dracula.
Well, like I said, what now you guys know the first appearance of who it is. One of their major villains, Count Dracula, and don't forget, Dracula was in the 1996 movie, played by the frontman of Who, the guy in the Who.
Yeah. Absolutely,
So his first appearance already happened in the movie. If you count the 96 movie, but if you guys are like me and Del talk, like we were saying in the beginning, if you guys are looking for keys for her, for like to collect for Vampirella, this is this one would be like a minor key, and a couple other issues would be minor keys for you. But when we get to those issues, I'll tell you guys why it's going to be a minor issue for you. But this one is a minor issue because of this panel here.
Exactly.
Of like Del said, he goes by many names, but he only likes one. Count and Dracula.
So this, like, there's Yeah. So
Yeah,
this one,
the only, like I said, like me and you were saying, the only problem I see with all these issues is they're gonna have they're probably gonna have a bunch of plot holes.
yeah. So with this one alone, and the next one we're going to talk about next week, those are two minor keys.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, we know that. But next, well, I'll show you guys now since we got to the pretty much end of this issue here. But next week's issue is issue 16, and it's the first cover appearance of Count Dracula in comic books or in vampy lore.
exactly. So
Yeah, and it's another St. Julian cover. So we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get the first the I forget how many issues, and then we jump to the Enraged Torres after here. I think 16, 17, and plus the letterings changed from the beginning. So
yeah,
yeah, so the cover letterings can't change from the beginning, but that's gonna be next week's issue. And Vampy has her signature tattoo on her boob, the bat.
yeah,
Yeah, and the main reason that bat was there was to see if Joseph Tutane would notice it. Because
yeah,
all the artists did it on purpose to draw it. Like almost every single artist had done her. She like from that issue on did it to tease to tease Tutane to see if Tutane could catch the damn bat in the issue. Because
yeah.
they would hide the bat in every issue. So the St. Julian St. Julian did it this issue, but in a couple of issues, if you notice every panel of all of them, like Jose tries to hide it in panel 2 to see if and surprisingly he didn't catch it. So and printed it. So I was surprised. But this issue wasn't bad either. This issue had some other stuff, some other stories and stuff. But a lot of awards got won on this issue too. If you read the end, where if you read the letter pages, where it actually showed Archie Goodwin won for best storyteller or something like that. Hold on, let me get to those panels here real quick before I say anything. Right here. So best artist Jose Gonzalez in 19 I think 70 something, and then best cover for issue 7, and then Wally Wood won for artist. Best all around artist, best writer Archie Goodwin.
Best cover, Frank Frazetta for cover issue 7. Best script, Casey Brennan.
Yeah.
Yeah, best art, Jose Gonzalez for Death's Dark Angel.
Right. Yeah. But why I'm laughing at because Archie Goodwin got best right. But like you said, if you didn't point out those plot holes, he would. I would think he would deserve it. But he has some plot holes.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's potholes. I kind of expect that out of movies sometimes, like cheesy movies, and
so they're going. So they're pretty much going by cheesy horror movie type writing because they're putting plot holes in everything. Because dude, there's a lot of freaking plot holes in this issue this time. It's like last week's issue wasn't as many. Like maybe 3. Maybe 2, something like that, 2 or 3, something because they didn't tell you where that freaking werewolf came from.
Yeah.
So that was one, but this one we counted, and it's a lot of fucking plot holes because it doesn't tell you where Van Helsing came from. It doesn't tell you how this guy got freaking got healed up enough where to drive all of them away.
Exactly.
So and then the other freaking plot hole was how the hell did she get a hold of the freaking book? That's the biggest one. The two biggest ones.
And with Vampirella, it's like okay, she got more serum. The last issue,
it
was out, but this one she has more.
So
how did she get more?
So So from now on, that we have to count how many plot holes in each issue now. If it's Archie writing or whoever's writing, but we have to count plot holes now. That's
Yeah,
the new
exactly.
that's the new thing with when we read issues. Count plot holes.
Yeah,
Because already this one has more plot holes than the last one. This one already has 4 to 5 plot holes in this one.
yeah, exactly,
compared to the 3 plot holes in the last one.
exactly.
So what we should do is to see which issue has the most plot holes.
Yeah, exactly,
For,
exactly.
so
So
so that our new little thing on the at the end of it. Hey, Dad, how many plot holes did you catch in this issue?
yeah, exactly, exactly. So, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Oh man,
but I think that's the new fun thing we're gonna do is to see how many plot holes we can catch in these issues.
exactly. Yeah,
That's
but
gonna be the fun thing. But what did you think of the story overall, besides the plot holes?
oh, bro, it wasn't bad because at least it kind of like at least with the whole voodoo thing, I was like I kind of because it could it could kind of be a little dark. It's kind of good. It's
Right,
kind of going with what you want out of vampires, vampire
right,
stories.
right,
It was an interesting blend that. What else cool? It was a good setting for them to bring a voodoo princess in the Caribbean.
right, right,
The Caribbean islands, if person follows history and like just how slavery when the slaves were being the unfortunate history of slavery when it comes to
right,
slavery in Africa or and with the Spaniards moving
right,
the Africans from Africa to the United States,
right,
and they hit the Caribbean first, and
right,
a lot of them brought that voodoo with them into the Caribbean. So that's why Caribbean has a history of that. So which is cool. Like, which I think that they're bringing that to light.
right. To in the
Right.
story, anyways.
To the story, itself. It's kind of like something that's something that could be pretty dark.
Right,
And then we all know vampires can be can be a dark character as well. Even
right.
though Vampire is an alien vampire,
Alien vampire.
yeah.
Make
So that's why I like it. That's why I do like that. And it's like they're reading a book that about casting spells.
right,
What does voodoo? What's a part of the voodoo faith
right,
is spells and
right.
things like enchantments and things like that,
And hexes and all that other stuff.
stuff like that. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So which is
Yeah,
what which makes sense. And that to me makes sense because that's what
right.
voodoo and Santeria and all that.
Yeah, because Santeria is the same thing. Even Asians have a version of it too. So
Yeah,
everybody has
a dark magic, like a black magic. It's like
yeah, yeah. So everybody has a version of it. It was just nice to see, it's getting darker, so that's a good thing. Uh
yeah.
and then next week is Jose again and Archie again. So it's gonna be interesting. Now the new thing is count how many plot holes in Archie's stories.
Oh,
That's gonna be our new tally for the stream is count how many now you got to count how many plot holes because so far 2 issues we had 3 from the last one and at least 5 on this one so how many so far from 2 issues
exactly.
so
Yes, that's
5 so 6 so far 6 plot holes so far so we're gonna keep so from now on me and Dell are gonna keep count of how many plot holes. So you guys can keep tally with us. So far 2 issues we have 6. so
yeah, exactly.
far, so far
Exactly.
that I can find and that I noticed because I noticed the freaking book. The book was the one I noticed more than well and but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I didn't the little panel I didn't think it was Dad at first and then when you said it was Dad and I looked at it again I'm like oh son of a bitch it is Dad.
Yeah.
So okay, so since we've got done, talking about it and whatever else, grade on cover.
I do like the cover. I give the cover kind of like a 8.5.
Okay,
I do like it. It's kind of like a, even though it's not related to the story we read, but it's still kind of a little bit somewhat of a dark,
Right.
cover in a way. Like it's like because it's like okay, got this woman that's like almost like on the throne with a
See,
snake behind
see,
it.
but this is my other thing though, because we know this is a minor key issue. That's why I'm
Right,
surprised that the artwork for the front cover didn't go for more, because it's a minor key.
right.
You know what I mean? You would think it would go for a little more because since it's a minor key, but but like I was thinking in my head after seeing it, I'm like, probably because they didn't go for more because Vampy wasn't on the cover. Or Vampy wasn't on a painting, so that's probably the big reason why it didn't go for more.
Right.
So yeah, you give it about 8.5. I'll give it about the same. 8.6. So yeah, so we'll be in the middle. So it's a 8.
Yeah.
Covers a 8, and then okay. So what do we think about story?
Sorry. You know,
Not
I
counting the
want,
plot, not counting the plot holes yet.
I
But
want, I want to like it more than what it
right.
than what I'm at now. I do.
But
I'm like I'm barely. It's just like I'm being nice. I'm giving it a 7. I'm being nice.
you're giving it
I'm
a
being
7.
nice.
I thought you would have given it a 5. Being
I'm being
honest.
nice. I'm just being nice on it. I'm giving it a 7. It's like
Okay, you'll give it a 7. Okay, so Dell's being nice, but I'll be the bad guy this time. I'm giving it a 5 because of because those plot holes are pretty big.
yeah, I'm like
So
yeah.
it's a we thought a plot hole is a small hole. This is a freaking
It's too
plot
much going.
sinkhole.
There's too much going on. I was like, okay, what? Why? I was like, wait a minute. How did? What type of
Yeah.
going on? I was like, I don't get it. I don't understand. So,
Yeah, but
but
it was a freaking sinkhole, man, pretty much because it's one after it was one, and then it was it just kept the hole just kept on getting bigger. So it's like,
yeah, I was like,
damn.
they could have done better. They could have done a little bit
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Like I
Archie could have
said,
done a
but
little better, but that's the other thing we have to look at is how long did Archie being honest, how long Archie had to write it, how long Jose had to draw it too.
it's not like writing. I know these the magazines tend to have like 60 something pages in it, but
Right,
still, it looks like Vampirella, at least the past few issues, that Vampirella has more pages to
right,
for the story. So it's like, all right, that's the title of the book and the main character.
right.
All right,
You would think
give
that
2 or 3 more pages to write to
yeah,
write
yeah. Or you would think
give a little bit more context to the
you would think
story. So,
Archie. You would think Warren would have gave him more leeway. Like, hey, write some more of it. I'm wondering if if Warren actually read the script of the story and before all the art and stuff and read
they
it
could
and
have done so much better. They could have done so much better on this stuff. But oh my god,
yeah. But you're giving it a 7. You're being nice. I'm
yeah, it'd
giving it
be
a
nice because yeah,
You're being nice. I'll be the bad, and I'm a Vampy fan. I'll be the bad guy, okay? And I'll give it a 5 for what it is. But for for being like a appearance of somebody, I'll give it an 8 because it's actually a big appearance. So
yeah,
that's the thing is so if I'm gonna give it a 5, I'll give it a it bump it up since it's the appearance. I'll give it a 6. So you're at a 7, so I'll bump it up. I'll give it a 6 since it's the first appearance of somebody.
right,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
But there's still like that many freaking plot holes. 5 freaking plot holes in this thing.
yeah.
So our new thing is how many plot holes in Archie's story. That's our new thing with the next couple of issues is the count plot holes or if we find any plot holes. I'll be surprised if we I I'll be surprised if we find no plot holes in the next couple of issues. I'll be surprised, but I have a feeling you're gonna find a bunch of them. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, but it's pretty funny though. I still dig it. I still dig the story.
no,
Either
I
way.
still dig the story. I still dig the
But,
art. Art.
yeah,
I'll give
there.
the art. I'll give art a higher score than I give the freaking
Yeah, I could art. So pretty much the same as the last one. I think I gave it like an 8.
Yeah.
Still good artwork. So either way, still good.
Yeah, I'll give it a 8.5. So that would and if we both give them 8s, we'll meet in the middle and give it a 9. So it's a 9.
Yeah.
So store cover 8, story 6 and 7. So we'll meet in the middle. So we both say a 7. It'll be nice, but it's a lot of fucking plot holes.
Yeah. I dig it. I dig it too. So
Well, but we still dig it, but it's still a lot of damn plot holes, man.
yep.
So that's what our new fun thing is. Drink along with the stream. See how many plot holes we find. How many plot holes we find? That's how many drinks you got to take. How many shots you got to take.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you guys saw the last one, you only have to take 3 shots. But if you watch this one, you're gonna have to take 5 shots. We found 5 plot holes in this one. Actually, I think we found more than that, but I'm being nice. We found 5 so far. Found 5 big ones. So so that's the new game with us. If you guys watch it, or if you guys watch on the rewind or watch along.
Yeah,
how many Archie Goodwin plot holes that we find in stories? But like I said, like you said, I'm surprised that Warren didn't give them more pages to explain stuff, like more, since it's the title of the book, Vampirella. You would think they would give him more pages to talk about it.
Exactly.
You would think. But so you guys are here, watching on the rewind. Like, subscribe. You guys know, like it, subscribe it. Mention in the comments down below if you guys want to see more. More from us. What you guys want to see, like what you guys want us to talk about. Anything, or if you guys want to join with us, just let us know. But next week's issue is issue 16, and it's a key issue. It's a first cover appearance of Dracula. So this is another key. So this is another key in the run. Pretty much it's a minor. They're both minor keys because it's his first appearance, pretty much. So it's how I explain it is, how people like to collect villains. So if you want to collect Vampy's villains, these 2 issues are Vampy's first appearance of Dracula is one of her villains. So these would be the first 2 issues you would collect, is issue 16 for his cover, and then issue 15 for his actual appearance.
Yep.
So this is his actual appearance back here. And right here. So it's 30 issue 20. Is it 25 or 35? I forget.
For what?
For the page count is like when his it's pretty much the last panel.
It says 25 on the bottom.
Yeah, 25. So it's issue, it's in issue 15 in page 25 is his appearance, and then we get his cover on 16. So our new thing is how many Archie Goodwin plot holes that we can catch. Or how many Archie Goodwin plot holes that Dell can catch, because every once in a while I'll catch it, but sometimes I just sit there and read it, and then not even think. Sometimes I just read and forget to think about it at first.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I just read it, I'm like, oh, okay, and then but until you mention it, and then I actually sit there and think about it, I'm like, oh, son of a bitch, that is a plot hole.
Yeah.
That's why I like doing these panels with you, because it's like doing this with you. It's like you catch something, but I didn't, my brain didn't process it. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. You guys like, subscribe. You guys know the drill. But we got more fun stuff coming along. So be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout for for more stuff coming down the line, down this pipeline. We're gonna have some special guests. Maybe we're gonna have some fun activities planned. from fun drinking game now that Dell created. How many plot how many plot holes can we catch in an Archie Goodwin story? Because or I blame it on Warren more than Archie. I think Archie wanted to explain more. It's just Warren didn't give him enough pages to explain it. I think.
Yeah.
So far for the last 2 episodes, this one was 5 and the last one was 6. Well, the last one was 3. So all you have to do is take 3 shots from the last episode and 5 shots on this one if you guys are playing along with us.
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate you guys watching for another episode of Vampy Book Club. Vampy Book Club issue 15, episode 16. So episode 17, it's going to be issue 16. So we'll see you guys on the next episode, guys. We'll check you guys later.